So good morning from Drayton Manor Park. I'm so excited to be back. It's the start of the 2022 season, and why not? My second theme park of the season is of course Drayton Manor, a park really close to my heart. It's my home park. It's only about 50 minutes from where I live, and it's a brilliant park. There's so many different updates to discover in this vlog, and of course we're going to check them all out today. I'm going to start my day off here down in Adventure Cove with a brand new ride for 2021. It was River Rapids, of course. This is the part of the Adventure Cove sort of themed area, and I'll tell you what, the soundtrack is very catchy, even more catchier than the Smiler one, and trust me, that is very catchy. I'm so excited to get back on it. It's got a great nautical theme, it's a family ride, and I'm so excited to get back. It's at Drayton Manor. I mean, what brilliant weather we've had these past few weeks. Opening days usually like rainy, windy weather, but these past few opening days I've been to a few theme parks, this one and Alton Towers, and the weather's been absolutely beautiful. It's brilliant for capturing the great shots of the theme parks and roller coasters. But I'm here at Drayton Manor, and of course in a separate vlog there'll be a construction update of course the new themed area for 2022, Vikings, which is going to be opening a bit later on in spring, and of course when that does open I'll be sure I'll be here for opening day. But anyway, so excited to be here back at Drayton Manor, and my first ride of the day is going to be River Rapids. So let's take a little bit of a closer look. So I started my day off here on River Rapids. These opened last year as part of the new Adventure Cove area. Unfortunately, the little fountains here, the sprinklers that used to go over, aren't on today. I'm not too sure why. Maybe they're having technical issues, or maybe they're just turned off permanently. I'm not too sure. This is a great ride for all the family to enjoy. Not too rough, but not too smooth. It's a great ride to enjoy, and there's so many different scenery parts around the ride to look at. I mean, you can, for example, you see this boat here, which looks really nice. All the nautical colours there of the seaside. It just looks really nice, and you've even got like a little indoor section with smell pods that smell a little bit similar to Wicker Man Station. But yeah, it's a really good River Rapids ride. So with all that said, let's head on. So I've just been on the brilliant River Rapids ride, of course, which opened here at Drayton Manor last year in spring. And I tell you what an amazing rapids they are. Honestly, the theming is so good. The only improvement that I can make to that is having those sprinklers on. It's definitely the best rapids in the UK. The boats are really comfortable and really nice. I think they're 8-seater boats, I think they are. They're new Intamin style boats. And I tell you what, it's a great family ride. It's one of those that the whole family can go on. I can't remember the height restrictions off by heart, but I tell you what, it's a brilliant ride here at Drayton Manor, and it's so nice to have this area back open after it's been closed for so long. You can get some great views of Shockwave, of course this stand-up Intamin roller coaster just behind me. The Intamin roller coaster over sort of B&M track. But anyway, over there you can get some really good views of Shockwave and on River Rapids. And actually while I was on the River Rapids, Shockwave was actually going over us into the first inversion, and that interaction between the River Rapids and Shockwave really makes it for me, and that's why these rapids are so interactive and so good, and it's good. It's a great family ride. Next up then, of course, I have to go on it. It's Drayton Manor. It's the Intamin stand-up roller coaster 7-Up Shockwave. Well, not 7-Up anymore, just Shockwave. This is a brilliant stand-up roller coaster. I believe it's on one train. They used to run it a few years ago, actually quite a long time ago now. They used to have a red and a blue train, I think. They used to run both trains on the good days. However, it's just on the one train now, which is not too bad, but the throughputs are normally rare on this ride. Like, I haven't seen this going past for quite a few minutes now. Anyway, next up it's time for Shockwave. Let's head on. So I've just been on Shockwave, a brilliant Intamin stand-up roller coaster which opened here back in 1994. It's looking really nice. I mean, the tracks definitely had some sort of jet wash or potentially even a little bit of a lick of paint. The whole area is looking really nice since River Rapids opened back in 2021, and I mean, it was a brilliant ride. They're only running one train on there, so throughput's not good at all. You're waiting around 1 minute and 30 for them to take people off, load people on. It is taking a very long time. However, overall, it's a brilliant ride, and definitely one to do if you're coming down to Drayton Manor. It's the only stand-up roller coaster here in the UK, and I think it's one of two in Europe. Next up though, it's time to head over to Apocalypse. This is, I think it's 80-meter drop tower, around 80-meter drop tower, located on the other side of the park. And of course, we'll give you all of the updates on the Vikings area, and of course Pandemonium, which is, I now can confirm, has been removed from the park. So let's go and take a look over around the Apocalypse area. So just before I head to Apocalypse, I just thought I'd come check out Air Race, which is currently closed for maintenance. It hasn't finished its winter maintenance. If I zoom in there, you can actually see that the back of the chairs haven't been put on, and they're currently being stored just over there in the station. You can see a bit of the blue one sticking out there. You can see that that's the back of the blue seat over there, but I think it will be finished soon, within the next 2 weeks, once they just put the back of the seats back on and do whatever they need to do. It's not a huge loss. I've done it many times here at Drayton Manor. It's a brilliant family ride. It's sort of that step up to the thrill rides like Maelstrom. It's sort of that next step up for sort of children's ride. But it's definitely a solid ride here at Drayton Manor. But yeah, it's just weird not seeing G-Force here anymore. You've got the new Tidal Towers playground there. You've also got the wave swinger that all opened in 2021. And of course, you've got the brilliant gyro swing Maelstrom, which I'll be sure to check out a little bit later on. But anyway, let's head over to Apocalypse. So here I am standing outside the 54-meter drop of Apocalypse here at Drayton Manor Park. Opened back in 1999, this one. And unfortunately, it's only running one tower today, which is sit down. The stand-up queue is currently closed, which is quite unfortunate really. It's only opening day, so hopefully later on in the season they can get that working. However, I don't think the future's really looking bright for this ride. I think in the next few years we can see it being knocked down and this being included in a new themed area potentially. I mean, Pandemonium's been fully removed over there, which I'll get a little bit of an update on when we head around to Accelerator over there. But yeah, I don't know, the future of Apocalypse is not looking bright. It's the best ride for me here at Drayton, and it really has so many memories, but with only one tower working today, it's not looking good. So to ride Apocalypse, you must be 1.2 meters to ride the sit down, and I think it's 1.4 to ride the stand up. However, stand up is not operating today, so it's only one tower, a bit unfortunate. But anyway, I can't wait to ride Apocalypse. Let's go. Gone but not forgotten here at Drayton Manor. Pandemonium operated on its last day towards the end of October last season, and it's really sad to see it go. I mean, this queue line's still standing, and also the signage still standing. The actual ride itself, the ride hardware, has officially left the park. I saw some pictures of it being transported on a lorry to, we don't really know where. Has it been sold? Has it been scrapped? I'm pretty sure it's probably been scrapped. It's one of those rides that was having a lot of downtime, and yeah, it was just a maintenance nightmare really. But it'll be interesting to see where all this signage goes. Could it be reused or maybe sold in the shop? They've got a few like sky carts in the shop, so could this be added in the next few seasons? But yeah, sad to see Pandemonium go, but of course it's always interesting to see what Drayton Manor are going to do with the area. So I've just come off of Apocalypse here at Drayton Manor Park, and I tell you what a brilliant drop tower that is. Honestly, it's so good. Your heart literally drops with the ride when dropping down. On stand up it's even better, but sit down it's still perfect. The ride area could do with some work, a jet wash, some repaint. However, if the ride isn't going to stay here, then there's no real point. But I'd love to see some work take place on the Pandemonium and Apocalypse area, just to spruce it up a bit. I mean, Adventure Cove is so good. Just this part of the park I think needs a themed area, and of course we're getting that at with the Vikings theme that's opening this spring. Next up then is Maelstrom. This is an Intamin gyro swing, and I tell you what, it's one of the smoothest gyro swings out there in the UK, alongside Cyclonator at Poulton's Park. But first of all, before I go on Maelstrom, I thought it just worth mentioning this area around here is looking really nice by Tidal Towers. You've got this really nice fresh mowed lawn actually, and you've also got the Adventure Cove deck chair just there, and of course all the seating around the Tidal Towers play area is looking really good. This blue construction wall, it actually doesn't look too bad either. It's a nice vibrant blue that really goes with the Adventure Cove area. I'm a bit too old, but I've got the Tidal Towers play area just there, which is all for the younger children and young thrill seekers before they step up to those bigger rides. But it's a really nice area, Adventure Cove is here at Drayton Manor. And you know what, it's really nicely themed, and I'm loving the bright, vibrant colours that is here in Adventure Cove. Next up though is Maelstrom. This is an Intamin gyro swing, which was manufactured ages ago. I can't even remember the manufacture date of this, but is it better than Cyclonator at Poulton's Park? Let's go and have a look. So I've just been on Maelstrom, a brilliant gyro swing here at Drayton Manor, and do you know what? It's better than Cyclonator at Poulton's Park. This is a much shorter cycle, don't get me wrong, However, the cycle is amazing. You get some brilliant heights on there, and the hang time, you know, when you're looking down and looking at all of the different theming items, the near misses of the fence feel like your legs are going to kick the fence. Honestly, it's amazing. Cyclonator at Poulton's Park, you get a really long cycle. However, I don't think that cycle just is as good as the original Maelstrom at Drayton Manor. It's a brilliant ride. Not too long for that queue, around 25 minutes I reckon for that. Not too long at all. I think there's around 30 or 20 seats, or however, there's loads of seats on the actual gondola itself, so it is quite a high throughput ride. Alton Towers, take some notes, high throughput rides. But anyway, yeah, talking about Alton Towers, quickly I thought mentioning, Alton Towers has actually been in the Retro Squad rides, a new Retro Squad ride, which is in a Tivoli Extreme, which is opening on the exact date today. So you saw I had the decision whether I was going to go Alton Towers or Drayton Manor, but I decided to come to my home park, Drayton Manor. But I'll sure be in the next few weeks visiting Alton Towers to go and check out that new Tivoli Extreme ride. Anyway, I've been on Maelstrom. I've got about an hour and a half left here at Drayton Manor. I definitely want to get on Stormforce 10 today, but I'm going to save that right till the end so I can go home all wet. I don't want to walk around being all wet and soggy all day. So I think I'm going to head over to Accelerator or the Haunting. Let's go and have a look. So I'm just outside here of Accelerator, formerly Ben 10, here at Drayton Manor Park, and I've just spotted a few markings here on the floor. I mean, they could be anything. They could just be drainage pipe or electricity or anything really. But could this potentially be a new themed area around here? Maybe the cars could be taken out and Apocalypse potentially included in this new themed area, or maybe even removed to make way for a new area. But I thought these markings were quite interesting. They've also got a few markings over back at Apocalypse. Only a few though, but here there are quite a few, so it'd be interesting to see what these are. They could just be for drainage, however it's interesting to speculate. There we go, I've just come off the Haunting, a brilliant Vekoma Madhouse, and there's been so many updates and changes inside of that brilliant haunted house. And I tell you what, it's looking better than ever. The past few years, a few effects haven't been working. Spoiler alert, there's going to be a few spoilers in the next bit that I'm going to say. But if you've ever been on the Haunting, you'll know you're going like a basement sort of alleyway. They call it the basement. And usually a skeleton pops down and stuff. There's strobe lighting. That's been off for a couple of years now. However, they have now fixed that and the skeleton pops out. And there's been some new additions of some lighting, which is really, really good to see that they're keeping that up to date. Also, there's been a few new effects in the room where the floor sort of shakes and you've got the picture frames that fall forward. They're now all been fixed, so the picture frames now do fall forward. The floor now drops as well, it's always done that. But steam, actually smoke, before the floor starts doing its sort of little routine thing, the steam actually comes from the gaps, and it's a really cool experience to see the smoke sort of just simmering like on your legs. It's quite cool and you can kick it and it sort of goes where. So it's really nice to see that they've updated that. And the Vekoma Madhouse itself makes me feel a little bit dizzy, but nonetheless it's still a brilliant rider attraction here at Drayton Manor. It's very quiet around here in the Adventure Cove area. Stormforce 10 is currently closed, I really wanted to go on it today, but unfortunately there's nothing you can do. It's the first day of the season. I wasn't even expecting everything to be open. The only main ride that's been shut today is Air Race. There's been a few other bits like the Polperro Express, they've been shut, but nonetheless the only main ride is Air Race, and Stormforce 10 has been operating for about 3 or 4 hours until it's shut. So yeah, it's just one of those things really. Of course I'm going to be coming back throughout the season, checking out the different updates in the Vikings area, and of course stay tuned on the channel for that vlog for the new Viking themed construction update. Anyway, to round my day off here at Drayton Manor, let's head on Shockwave. So there we go, I finished my day here at Drayton Manor on a lovely sunset. It's been an absolutely brilliant day here at Drayton Manor. I got on so many rides. I didn't even realise there was going to be that many rides open. We got on Maelstrom, Shockwave, all of those different rides. The only main ride that was closed was Air Race and the train really, but apart from that it was alright. I know today Alton Towers have opened their new Retro Squad ride, so I'll be sure to check that out in the next few days. I've also filmed a lot of construction updates for their new area Vikings, so be sure to watch out on the channel for those construction updates. But apart from all of that, it's been a brilliant day here at Drayton Manor. I only queued around an average of 25 to 30 minutes for each ride. The last Shockwave ride that I had, no queue. Literally, it was alright, 5-minute queue. Which is not too bad at all for Shockwave. So fortunately Stormforce 10 was very temperamental, open, close, open, close. So in the end, unfortunately, I didn't get on it. However, it's been a brilliant day. You can see Shockwave just in the background there. It's been a brilliant day. The weather's been spot on. I mean, these past few opening days and weeks for theme parks has been amazing. I couldn't ask for any better weather than the lovely sunshine, which is now setting. But with all that said, if you did enjoy the video, consider subscribing, as I make theme park content every week for you to enjoy. And with all that said and done, thank you for watching Theme Park Enthusiasts, and just a goodbye from Drayton Manor. Bye now.